By the end of tonight, number one contender will indeed be crowned. Our champion, Kai2 Crazy, has yet to be defeated. He actually defended his championship. He defeated, I should say, Potato, former champion, and he's never ever lost ever since. Well, nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, again, tonight we're going to be crowning a number one contender to face Kai2 Crazy for the Rocket League Championship down the road. We're going to be seeing who's that number one contender tonight. Of course, we're kicking off the tournament between Demon Slayer and Arsenic, who Arsenic, of course, is back into it, looking to make sure that he's going to be going against Demon Slayer to kick off this tournament. Hey again, everybody, here I'm Adrian Matt here at GameSide, normally joined by T, my broadcast colleague. He is not here tonight, however, so it looks like tonight we're joined by Humbler97. Welcome.
Hello everyone. How's it going?
Welcome to the broadcast tonight, and you get to listen to broadcast journalism excellence at its best here in tonight's broadcast. Well, it's going to be Arsenic versus Demon Slayer here tonight to kick off this entire broadcast. Moments ago, we saw Arsenic scoring right there. First point of the matchup. Perhaps maybe tonight he's going to have a great chance in making sure that he is going to prove to everybody why he is indeed a number one contender worthy and being indeed a person to potentially knock off Kai2 Crazy, the champion, down the road. And with that being said here, Humbler, you're going to be competing here tonight. How are you feeling knowing the fact that you're going to be involved in the field here?
I'm feeling pretty nervous right now because these guys look way better than me. I don't play Rocket League that often, so we'll see how this goes.
We're going to find out exactly what's going to be taking place. As I stated before, again, a lot is on the line. Number one contendership to make sure that we're going to be crowning the man who's going to be facing Kai2 Crazy for the championship is Arsenic now with a great block right there. Actually, that was Demon Slayer, I should say. Demon Slayer with a great block. 3 minutes and 35 seconds and counting at this point in time in the matchup. Hey, listen, Arsenic shouldn't even be here in my opinion. The man actually already won a number one contender. I'll tell you the story. A couple of weeks ago, we actually, as Arsenic just scored for a second time, we crowned a number one contender, and guess who was that number one contender? It was Arsenic. Arsenic became number one contender, okay, and then when he won the number one contendership, he said that he was going to drop the number one contendership because he had to go on a cruise. And now he's back, once again, competing for a number one contendership. Can you tell me how this makes sense? Somebody explain to me how this makes sense. How in the world does this actually make sense for Arsenic to come back? He already won number one contendership. He had the golden ticket to face Kai2 Crazy for the championship, and then he dropped it. He literally was the one that dropped it. He actually was able to relinquish that contendership opportunity because he had to get on a cruise, and now he's back.
Well, I don't know. That doesn't seem fishy to me at all. I think he's perfectly fine being here.
What do you mean it doesn't mean? What are you talking about? Look at this, Arsenic now scoring for a third time. That is a trifecta very similar to what we've been seeing on Orion Drift over the past couple of months, really. I mean, over there on Orion Drift, over there in the virtual reality, it has been hectic, sort of like this. But of course, instead of cars, you're yourself. But tonight, again, it is all about cars. Ladies and gentlemen, here tonight, it is all about making sure that you do indeed dominate the field. Demon Slayer looking to make sure he's going to dominate the field. Remember, we talked about Demon Slayer's story. He returns, at least he returned recently after a hiatus to make sure that he was going to grind back up into the ranks to make sure he was going to become champion, and perhaps maybe Demon Slayer understands he comprehends the gravity of the situation that he's in, facing a very talented superstar in Arsenic. Yeah, I'll give him credit. He's talented, all right. The thing is, though, it doesn't make sense. He already became number one contender beforehand. He dropped it before, now he's back. You have nothing to say?
No, not really. I think it's fine. It's just like not a big deal. He dropped it, and he gave it to someone else, came back, tried it again. Not a big deal.
Oh, goodness gracious. It is a big deal in my eyes. I think it's just absolutely, it's not justifiable for him to return after that. He already dropped a contendership. Who's to say that he's going to become number one contender again? And that's a big if. But nonetheless, what if he actually becomes number one contender again and he drops the contendership? We can't rely on someone like this. He's not reliable. He doesn't have the reliable qualities. Anyways, Kai2 Crazy, the champion, might be looking on to perhaps maybe assess the potential competitiveness. As you can see now, Arsenic again with a score for a fourth time in this matchup. Perhaps maybe at this point, I'll tell you, this is going to be a very interesting point in the match where Arsenic might be gaining the momentum on his side. Turning point could still happen for Demon Slayer, but still Arsenic is indeed in the driver's seat here, both physically and literally and figuratively. But nonetheless, though, as I say, Arsenic, he just scored right there. Right across the field. Take a look at the replay here. Wow. Great collision at first. Hit the ball into the side, and then it went right into the side of the net. Demon Slayer was trying to make sure he was going to block it. However, unfortunately, he could have not. So therefore, Arsenic now able to score for a fifth time in the matchup. I'm not really a huge fan of Arsenic, as I stated beforehand. I believe, again, he has no business being back here, in my opinion. I mean, the fact of the matter is, he already became a number 1 contender previously, so why is he returned? Why is he actually back? I don't get it. He's returned to become number 1 contender. I understand that, but what I'm trying to say is that he already dropped it beforehand. So who's to say that he's going to drop it again? He's going to slap us across the face to relinquish the number 1 contendership. As Arsenic now turning around, hits the ball up midair. Here comes Arsenic looking to score for what would be a 6th time. He does. And Demon Slayer again was trying to block it, trying to play defense. However, Arsenic, it was a very unorthodox shot, but a shot nonetheless that got him the 6th point right now. We understand that there are more competitors standing by. We understand that you're going to be competing here tonight. Also, Jack Oldie is going to be here joining us a bit later on tonight to try his fair share on this incredible Rocket League number 1 contendership to determine who's going to be facing the champion again, Kai2 Crazy, the Rocket League champion again, to see who's going to be perhaps maybe the man to dethrone Kai2 Crazy after his victory against Potato to become champion months and months ago. And Arsenic is just having a roll here, just scoring for a 7th time in this matchup. Arsenic, it looks like, again, he's having the time of his life, but I don't like this guy at all. I just don't like him. I really don't like his attitude. I don't like his personality. I don't like anything about him. I don't know why he's back to begin with. He doesn't have any respect for Eon Network. He joined us back in 2022. He left for years. He came back this year. So that was 3 years hiatus, by the way. He left us and then was gone for 3 years. He comes back and then what? He's trying to become champion again? He could have done it years ago, but he didn't want to do it. As Arsenic just scored for an 8th time right now. And again, I'll give him credit. He's a pretty talented player. I'm not going to dismiss that. However, I just believe that it should be someone else that should be number 1 contender, not necessarily a guy like this. As you can see here, at this point in time, we're going to be seeing who's going to be winning this matchup. Either Demon Slayer or Arsenic, although 50 seconds on the line, and you would only imagine here that perhaps maybe this is going to be none other than Arsenic's game to become number 1 contender, who, again, in my opinion, should not be number 1 contender. Get this guy out of here, please. Can somebody please get this guy out of here? He should not be here. He's already been here before. He won the number 1 contendership, then he dropped it. He relinquished it. So why is he obtaining that again? Why is he looking to obtain it? Why is he wanting to acquire number 1 contendership again? Something that he himself dropped. I mean, come on now. And Demon Slayer trying to score for a first time. This is ridiculous. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What, 9 points? Oh, great. Arsenic? Oh, yeah, he's showing off tonight. Yeah, I get it, Arsenic. Okay, great. You're going to be winning this matchup. Okay, great. Why don't you actually end it all? Why don't you actually let Demon Slayer score a couple of times? Why are you being disrespectful to your own opponent? Why do you have to do that to your opponent, huh? Arsenic, in my opinion, again, a man that is not good when it comes to attitude. He does not have good personality. He has bad attitude all the time. He's so egotistical, probably talks about himself 24/7. Match is going to be over with here. Match is underway again, and it's just about to be over. Again, we know the rules. The ball must hit the field in order for it to end, and I think Arsenic is looking at least score for a final time before the end of the matchup, but it's not going to take place because Arsenic, of course, couldn't necessarily save the ball right there, so it looks like he's going to be advancing in the mini-tournament tonight to crown ourselves a number 1 contender to face Kai2 Crazy, the champion, down the road again, as I stated before. So it looks like Demon Slayer has been eliminated. Coming up next, we have none other than, well, we have Angel, who's here. Humbler97 is here. And also Jack Oldie. Arsenic does advance. Coming up next again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be finding out who's going to be advancing here. I mean, listen, Humbler97 is joining us on commentary here tonight, and the fact that you actually think that it's okay for him to return, for him to be here, I mean, what is your deal here? I mean, I don't understand exactly what it is with you and this guy. This guy doesn't have a chance. He shouldn't even be number 1 contender.
Well, he was number 1 contender before, and he had to go away. That's fine. And now he wants to be number 1 contender again. Yeah, he went away. Not a big deal.
Not a big deal? Not a big deal? What are you talking about, not a big deal? He dropped it beforehand. Like I said, how do we not know that he's going to drop it again? I mean, come on. Nonetheless, though, again, Demon Slayer is going to be backing out. Arsenic is going to be involved. He advances. So I guess it's going to be either you, Humbler, or Arsenic, one of the two. Or
I'll go.
I should say not Arsenic, but Jack Oldie. I guess you can try your fair share.
I'll go for it right now. All
right. Well, I'd love for you to lose, but then again, you'd be losing to Arsenic. So then again, I don't want you to lose. It's kind of a lose-lose situation for me.
All right, so... Arsenic was orange, right? So I'll just go blue.
I guess so, as Humbler97, of course, now has entered in the blue chat here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. There you see Arsenic, of course, going to be continuing orange. He's going to be trying his fair share against Humbler97. You talked about beforehand. You know that he is a tough competitor. You know this for a fact, and you understand that this is going to be a tough competition for you. But again, as I stated beforehand, Arsenic does not have any business being here. He became #1 contender beforehand. He's already become #1 contender. He dropped it himself. He dropped it himself. He became #1 contender only for him to drop it. Does anybody else not see this as a problem? What if he wins #1 contender tonight and he drops it afterwards? He doesn't have a respect for this community. He just doesn't. Why is somebody with no respect in this community anyway? I mean, come on. As you can see, Humbler97 looking at perhaps maybe again the competitive atmosphere in this matchup, looking at what could be
oh my God.
the end here tonight. Arsenic again scoring for a second time in the matchup, 2-0 thus far, 4 minutes and 54 seconds and counting. The only thing that I don't like about Rocket League that I think it's really stupid, unlike Orion Drift, for instance, why does the timer always stop whenever somebody scores? The timer should just keep going.
Oh,
anyways, here we go. Both
please.
Center of the stadium. And Arsenic now scoring for a third time. That is a trifecta. Hey, Arsenic, why don't you actually give your opponents a chance? How about that? You claim that you're the best. You claim that you want to become a champion. Well, try to become a champion, okay? But why don't you actually give your opponents a chance instead of actually trying to hog up the #1 contendership and trying to hog up the spotlight? Oh, I forgot, because you're an egotist. That's what it is. Arsenic is an egotist, just like many of the members of Eon Network, many of the competitors who compete. These guys like to hog up the attention. Well, they like to, of course, talk about themselves, as Arsenic just scored again from the top all the way to the ground below. Take a look at this replay. Very arithmetic. I'll give him that. Very, very arithmetic and very smooth. Take a look at the great shot right there. Of course, scoring for a fourth time in the matchup. 4 minutes and 40 seconds and counting. Again, I talked about how ridiculous it is for the time to stop, though. I mean, every single time somebody scores, the time stops, because that means that we're going to be here for the next 5 years. If Arsenic is going to continue to score and score and score, that means we're going to be here for the next 5 years seeing this, because the time continues to stop every time. I mean, come on now. I mean, I don't understand this. Somebody please explain to me exactly what does this make sense on Rocket League. Hey, how do you sue Rocket League for this? How do you sue Rocket League? Do you know how to sue Rocket League?
What is it,
Epic
you can
Games?
like message Epic Games saying, hey, why don't you make it so the timer doesn't stop?
Yeah, exactly.
Please.
I gotta sue them because they're wasting my time. That's why. Yeah, that's real genius, nice. That's real nice, Rocket League. That's real nice for you to stop the time every single time somebody actually scores each time. Why don't you make it like an Orion Drift, for instance? On Orion Drift, whenever somebody scores, the time doesn't stop at all. What, is it because of replay? Well, how about you just take away the replay then? Show the replays at the end of the broadcast. I mean, come on now. And again, Arsenic, in my opinion, shouldn't even be here. #1 contendership. Hey, you know what? Again, he dropped the #1 contendership. He said that he had to get on a cruise. What if he's going on a different cruise? What if he's going to be going on a second cruise next week? We don't know that. What if he actually is going to be going on #1? I should say going to be going on a different cruise. He's going to have to drop the #1 contendership again? So, I mean, come on. I guess desperately trying to get the ball, and Arsenic is just goofing off. That's nice. Yeah, that's real nice. Showing respect against your opponent, huh? Mocking your opponent. Making fun of him. I mean, Arsenic doesn't have any respect for anybody except for himself, I'm sure. Just like most of the Eon Network members and fans who only care for themselves and they only talk about themselves. They don't care about anybody else except for themselves. We know for a fact that it's all about that. Demon Slayer, by the way, is a guy that should have won this. Whatever happened to Demon Slayer? Didn't Demon Slayer Didn't he say that he was going to have a comeback, that he was going to be #1 contender, that he was going to knock off Kai2 Crazy, that he was going to become the champion? What happened to that? How did Demon Slayer lose to this guy? I don't get it. Arsenic now, again, making sure that he's going to take control. Looks like he's trying to run the time at this point in time. He's just having fun with his opponent in there because Arsenic knows that he's going to win this, perhaps. Humbler97 struggling and trying to get the ball at this juncture, and it's really hard at times, of course. It's not really an easy thing to do. I'll give them that much. Rocket League is all physics-based. We know that. So, obviously, it's very hard to precisely hit the shots here and there. It's really hard to try to maintain the control of the ball here and there, of course, as Arsenic now been over the top, and I guess he's just continued to goof off. Hey, Arsenic, why don't you actually keep your mind in the game? Why don't you do that as opposed to goofing off? He just keeps goofing off every single time. And this is a champion? What if Arsenic actually becomes the champion of Rocket League here on Eon Network? What, this is how a champion behaves? Being a goof on the field?
Oh.
And Humbler97 just scored right there. He just let you score that.
Bro.
What an idiot! How is he going to let you score that?
Well, it's not like he's going to lose at this point.
I mean, come on, it's a competition. It's #1 contendership. I mean, hey, hello. It's #1 contendership. I could have sworn that the last I checked, you had to actually score as many times as possible.
Oh, and here's another one.
Yeah, he's going to score right there. What? Because he doesn't care about his opponents. That's why. Yeah, he's going to keep scoring and scoring. Why don't you actually let your opponent score right there? How about that? Why don't you let your opponent score? You don't want to do that because, again, you only care about yourself, Arsenic. That's why. You care about yourself. You only care about scoring left and right. You care about having all the attention on you. You care about all the spotlight being on you. You care about everything being about you. It's all about me, Arsenic. Here, I'm the best on Rocket League. And Humbler97 just scored, but he just let you score. What a fool. Can somebody explain to me how this makes sense? Why he's letting you score?
Because it's fun. It's just supposed to be a video game.
What do you mean it's fun? Oh.
You know?
What the?
Generally, what they were made for.
Yeah, it's fun for me, all right. I mean, Demon Slayer was destroyed moments ago. He is destroying you in there. He is. I mean, he actually is. I mean, I'm not trying to discredit you, of course. I think, in my opinion, as I stated beforehand, Rocket League is a very hard game to maintain. It really is. It's not the easiest thing in the world. However, do want to state, though, again, it's all about making sure that it's all about making sure that you do what you can to really be the best of the best, right? We talked about that many times in the past, and we talked about how it's all about making sure that you really become the greatest of all time, and we talked about Rocket League Championships being able to evolve you to the next level, to really bring you to different heights that you've never seen before. We've seen many Rocket League champions in the past, and we've seen legends become really Hall of Famers, of course, or at least potential Hall of Famers beforehand, and we've seen legends, of course, winning championships and eventually becoming one of the best, and also being considered one of the best in the history of Eon Network, in the annals of history for Eon Network. 50 seconds and counting. As you can see, Arsenic scored for a 6th time moments ago. Humbler97, on the other hand, obviously he's had 2, but I think those 2 were because of Arsenic just letting him do it. Now a 3rd one there. Humbler97 capitalized at that point in time. Take a look at this. And Arsenic was trying to block it, however, to no avail. But again, I don't think he's really trying in there because he's trying to become champion, right? And I guess for now he knows that he's going to win this matchup, so he just is kind of having fun in there. I mean, hey, listen, I mean, can somebody explain to me how this actually really is fair anyway? How is this fair? Someone explain to me how this is fair. Please. Somebody explain to me how this is fair. I need someone to explain to me now. How is this fair? Because it's not. It's not fair at all. We have someone like this involved in the match. Please, somebody please tell me how Arsenic has made it back into the game. How is he back into the Rocket League community? How is he back a part of the Eon Network? And how is he back becoming #1 contender as he defeats now Humbler97 added to the list? There's only a second left, I guess. We're going to find out exactly if Arsenic is going to win in the next match because he's already defeated Humbler97 now. He's now advanced. Arsenic, a potential #1 contender. You call that GG?
GG.
Why would you call it GG? He didn't even try in there.
Who, me? I didn't try or he didn't try?
He didn't try.
Oh, that's all right. Still a good game, though.
Ugh. I'm about to become sick.
All right. I can take over for a bit if you need a bucket.
Somebody pass me a bucket. Yes, please. Somebody actually pass me a bucket because I'm about to puke on air. I'm about to hurl. I don't think there's ever been a time that a commentator has hurled live on air, but I think it actually might happen tonight because I'm about to throw up. The fact that Arsenic has returned. Again, he's already dropped #1 contendership. He couldn't actually become #1 contender. He had to relinquish it because he had to go on a cruise. He couldn't actually compete for the championship. But the point I'm trying to make is that Arsenic could be going on another cruise. Who do we know? How do we know? What if he actually is going on another cruise? He's got to drop the #1 contendership again, and we got to crown another one? Hello? Does that make sense for anybody?
Yeah, that's all right. Not a big deal. He leaves again, we'll do another contendership.
Jack Oldie is getting set for action. This is just ridiculous. This is outrageous. Please, somebody just explain it to me. Somebody tell me how this makes sense. Am I the only one that is here with the only rational mind in this? Am I the only one that has a rational mind?
No, it's the exact opposite. The only one who doesn't.
Yeah, you're one to talk. Hey, Jack Goldie is now going to be trying to share here. So he's going to be playing his cards right, at least I hope, because he's going to be going against Arsenic. Arsenic, again, has been in a winning streak. Remember, he has been a #1 contender beforehand. Who's to say perhaps maybe he's going to be #1 contender yet again, as Jack now making sure that he's going to try to take control, trying to make sure that he's going to defeat Arsenic, something that no one's done yet. Hey, if Kai2 Crazy the champion is looking on, you got to believe that he really does have a lot of work cut out for him, because if Arsenic does become #1 contender, Arsenic obviously is going to bring the fight to Kai2 Crazy. We know how good Kai2 Crazy is. He's not a slouch. He's not an easy slouch at all. He's a very good competitor. I'll give him that, even though I don't like him either. But Kai2 Crazy has been a champion for various different games, including, again, Rocket League, for a reason, because he's actually pretty darn good, as Arsenic just scored for a first time. But this is the type of offense that Kai2 Crazy is going to expect. This is the type of offense that Kai2 Crazy is going to basically be contending with. Arsenic obviously is going to be bringing the fight to become a champion. Arsenic, I don't think, has ever become a champion in the history of Eon Network. He's been here before. He was back in 2022, a former competitor. He returned years later, from what I understand, from what I was told. And of course, he is looking to make sure he's going to reclaim the championship, something that he's never won in the history of Eon Network, looking to do so in the year 2025. As Jack now making sure he's going to try to take control. The ball's up the barricade. Here comes Arsenic, though, with a shot, making sure he's going to score for a second time. Jack Goldie with a great block, though, up and over the top. Here comes off the barricade now, and Jack Goldie with a flip. Here comes Arsenic on the other hand, though, making sure he's going to strategize. Jack Goldie in control, but Arsenic is going to make sure he's going to revert the ball and now intercepts it right there. I mean, again, this is ridiculous in my opinion. Now, this guy has returned here tonight. I mean, for what reason? I mean, I don't understand exactly what it is with Arsenic, who's already relinquished the #1 contendership. Can he not make up his mind? Does he want to be #1 contender or not? Somebody explain this to me. Does he want to be #1 contender or not? And he's going to make it, I believe. And that was Jack who actually just made it right there. Jack has just made it into an interesting score. Take a look at this. I think Arsenic just realized there was no point in going all the way to the other end of the field. It was going to go in nonetheless. Jack Goldie just scored. He just made it into a tie. The closest that we've seen throughout the night. 1 point apiece right now. Can Jack Goldie actually be the only one to defeat Arsenic? Something that we have not seen thus far. Arsenic has been undefeated ever since he returned in Eon Network. And Jack Goldie going to make sure he's going to score. Look at this. Oh, but that was very quick. Arsenic was able to block it right the last second. Very great reflex. I'll give him that. Arsenic, of course, very great save at that point in time. Really knows exactly what he needs to do at that point in time. Look at this. Up and over the top yet again. Can he actually score? We're going to find out. Jack Goldie was waiting on the other end. However, he couldn't successfully block it fully, which allowed Arsenic to capitalize off the opening. And it looks like he scored for a second time. Back in control of the game. Take a look at the replay. Incredible. And again, if you're Kai2 Crazy, I'm telling you, unless if you want to lose the championship, you're going to have to start training. Hey, but it's not going to be, like I said, it's not going to be an easy cakewalk. We know that. Kai2 Crazy is a hard opponent. Potato and Kai2 Crazy are very similar in skill. I know Potato and Arsenic actually did compete once beforehand, and it was back and forth action. It wasn't a lopsided game. Kai2 Crazy did defeat Potato, however, so imagine the type of game that we're going to be seeing between the champion Arsenic and, I guess, the champion Kai2 Crazy. As Jack Goldie with a shot. Here comes the balls in free play, and now Arsenic with a block. Here comes Jack on the other hand, trying to, again, mess up the equilibrium, to use that fancy word. Also, another fancy word that I like to say, journalism excellence at its best. I mean, again, this is broadcast journalism if you think about it. It is. It's all about broadcast journalism like me. I'm able to call the games right down the middle. I'm an unbiased broadcast journalist. I am not biased at all. I report the fact. A lot of people are probably going to sit there and say, you're biased against Arsenic. I'm not. I'm not biased against Arsenic. I'm just reporting the fact. The fact is this. He was a #1 contender beforehand, right? Fact. Okay, he relinquished #1 contendership. That was a fact. So, I mean, hello. I mean, I'm actually just reporting the facts. And the fact of the matter is the guy only cares for himself. That's why he relinquished the #1 contendership, as he just scored again for what would be a third time in the matchup. Jack is now, of course, looking to make sure he's going to win this, and I think he's trying to assess the type of offense that Arsenic is all about. But again, Arsenic looks like he has his number. But Jack Goldie, look at this. Jack now with a shot. I'm not sure if Arsenic is underestimating Jack, but I think he's going to have to stop doing it because Jack now scored for a second time, 2 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock, and that's still enough. Ample time for Jack to tie it up for sure. Though Arsenic, either you stop underestimating Jack, or maybe Jack really has the number of Arsenic, one of the two. Here we go, both men center of the stadium already off the barricade yet again. Off the walls, and Arsenic now going to try to score. Jack, though, very, very smart on the other end, making sure he is going to, of course, play defense, which he did. Now going to be playing offense. Oh, that was a great block. Arsenic up and over the top. He has the clear opening. Jack, you got to hurry up, and he does. Great block right there. Again, messing up the potential goal. Potential fourth goal in behalf of Arsenic. However, he couldn't do so because of Jack. Jack really, and I mean, I'll tell you, I've been very impressed with Jack tonight. I mean, Jack actually is really bringing the fight against Arsenic, who, again, as I stated beforehand, has never lost ever since he returned in Eon Network. Could be facing a first loss here tonight. Look, I'm telling you, Jack Gold, oh, well, he messed up. Jack, though, was so close and actually once again scoring to make sure he was going to have a potential tie right there, but it looks like he messed up the equilibrium. As I stated beforehand, Rocket League is a very tough game to really try to master. It's a really tough game to try to maintain your focus at times and maintain the physics and maintain the mechanics of the game, the dynamics of the game as well. We know that. Arsenic now, look at this, a minute remaining here with a shot already. Again, up and over the top. Arsenic looking to make sure he's going to hit it. Jack Golding on the other side. Can he actually hit back? We're going to find out. Arsenic understood. He anticipated that one there. Arsenic anticipated that one, so that's why he turned around. And Jack now, speaking of turning around, looking right into the eyes of Arsenic and the ball. Arsenic now moving out of the way, but he hits it back. Both gentlemen again, back and forth action. This is some great action. 34 seconds and counting with 2 points. A part of Jack. Look at this. He's going to make it into a tie. You got to be kidding me. Okay, now it's starting to get really interesting. Now it's starting to get into a fight here tonight. It's starting to get into a very heated battle. Competitive atmosphere here radiating in this matchup between two gentlemen who are very good at the game and have a lot of passion when it comes to Rocket League. And Arsenic, again, perhaps maybe underestimated Jack. We aren't too sure. As Jack now looking to take control. This is 3 points apiece, 20 seconds left in the clock. We might be seeing overtime match point in just a matter of moments. We're going to find out in just, again, a couple of seconds from now. I think Arsenic, though, is going to end it right there, and he just scored for a fourth time in the match. Arsenic, basically an exclamation point being sent to the opponent stating, you thought that I was going to lose to you. But I think Arsenic, again, was able to bring that to a fourth and winning goal. And now Arsenic, I guess at this point, ladies and gentlemen, gonna... What the hell? Wait a minute! What the? Jack just scored for a fourth time. Was that... I'm not even... Take a look at this replay here. Did he intentionally do that? Did Arsenic just do that on purpose? He did. I think he actually did. He sidestepped Jack. And I think he let Jack actually score. I believe. I'm not too sure. I think that was actually by design, ladies and gentlemen. In Arsenic, you got to watch out, though, because I think you may have, as I said before, you may have underestimated Jack. I'm not too sure. We might be looking at overtime match point, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed overtime. Things are now getting very interesting. It is sudden death. Whoever scores the next one, it's over, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Jack Golding now making sure he's going to score. Again, we've never seen the loss of Arsenic. Arsenic has never lost beforehand. Arsenic now looking to make sure he's going to continue the streak, however, with a shot right there off the barricade. Can he actually continue? Look at this. That was very close. Jack understands he has the opening. Can he actually somehow capitalize? There's a shot again by Arsenic, turning around, making the 180. And now again, here comes Jack looking to make sure he's going to ruin the plans of Arsenic. But Arsenic, though, with a plan B, I guess, per se, to make sure he's going to score back, to try to make sure he's going to win the sudden death. As Jack now trying to get control. Arsenic on the other end. Jack now with a shot. Here comes Arsenic, turning around. Look at that, you gotta watch out. A shot right there to the right side, bringing the ball right into the middle of the stadium. Up free play already. Arsenic looking on. Here comes the shadow of the ball. Up over the top. Jack Golding with a hit. Again off the barricade yet again. Arsenic has the opening. He could win it there, but Jack, though, with a save. 52 seconds into the game for what could be, again, one of the most exciting games here tonight in the evening. Oh, Jack, I think you messed up. Maybe not. Maybe so. A shot. Here comes Arsenic, measuring the ball. And Jack, though, again, ruining the parade of Arsenic. And Arsenic trying to hit the ball again. Oh, my, wait a minute. It might be over. It could be over. Jack had the opening, but Arsenic, again, was able to... He did. Oh, my goodness. I thought for a moment that Jack was going to make sure he was going to take advantage off the opening right there, the separation that took place. Nevertheless, though, Arsenic now, I think it's over here, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's not. It's not. Arsenic could have hit the ball, but he didn't do it. And now Jack looking on. Again, a shot. These two gentlemen really pulling at all the stops tonight. A very interesting game here tonight. Indeed, and it's over. Arsenic with an exclamation point with a win. What a match. What a match. That was probably, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most interesting matches that we've seen in the past couple of months at least. Arsenic, who indeed came back, he returned and made sure that he was going to become #1 contender. He defeated Jack moments ago, but it was a very close game. Gotta give credit to Jack at that point, actually. I mean, I thought that was a very, very good show of display, and I gotta give credit to Arsenic, too. I mean, Arsenic proving why he's undefeated here tonight. I mean, there's only one competitor left, and that is Angel. Mr. Angel is going to be trying his share now against Arsenic, and we know Arsenic is standing by. He's going to be the one that's going to be bringing the type of fight here tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, I mean, Arsenic, again, continuing his ways, and he's just one win away from officially becoming #1 contender to face the champion, Kai2 Crazy, who, again, could be looking on in this matchup. And see, perhaps maybe at this point, ladies and gentlemen, unless if Angel's AFK, we aren't too sure. We're about to find out. Well, Jack's already back into it. No, Angel's now in it. Here we go. Angel is indeed here. Angel is here, ladies and gentlemen. And now Angel looking to make sure that he's going to try to win. Try to do something that he's never done before. And that is defeat Arsenic in this one-on-one battle. In this one-on-one affair on Rocket League. After that, a tremendous game that we just saw moments ago from Jack. And Arsenic, one-on-one. And now Angel looks like maybe he saw what Arsenic was capable of. And perhaps Angel's realizing the type of games that he's going to be involved. Can I go back to the complaining now? Okay, great. Because I think, again, Arsenic, as I said it before, I don't want to dismiss it, okay? I'm going to give him credit. He's a very good, talented player. I get that. I said it before many times in the past. I'm not going to dismiss the fact that he's a bad player, or that he's a good player. He is very much good. He's not bad at all. But I just feel as if his attitude needs work. And he cares for himself, okay? You don't see me, for instance, talk about myself, okay? You don't see me being able to bring the story to myself. You don't see me talking about myself all the time. Why? Because I'm a broadcast journalist. I'm an unbiased individual that is able to bring to you the best type of journalism at its best. I'm the type of person that is able to bring the best form of commentary. I am the best person there is when it comes to commentary. I am better than every single person out there when it comes to broadcasting. In fact, I'm better than everyone when it comes to anything in general, okay? I'm better than every single person, but do you see me talking about myself all the time? No. You see me call the action. You see me commentate, right? Okay. So Arsenic should be doing the same thing too. He should be playing in the game. He shouldn't be bringing this entire story about himself. He should have stayed away, in my opinion. He already became #1 contendership. Now he's back. And what if he actually drops #1 contendership again? I mean, come on. As he scored down for a third time in the match. Here we go. Matchup is underway again. Angel understand. I think Angel... I think Angel just said, you know what, forget this. I think he understood exactly the type of game that he was in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to none other than Arsenic. Well, I guess Arsenic is your #1 contender. Arsenic is your official #1 contender, everybody. He's going to be facing none other than Kai2 Crazy, the champion. Champion, of course, Kai2 Crazy, going to be defending the title against the #1 contender, Arsenic, who again has been crowned as #1 contender here tonight. You got to believe for Kai2 Crazy that it's going to be a very tough task ahead of him. If he really wants to be, if he wants to continue being champion, then perhaps maybe he's going to have to train. And I mean completely train, because Arsenic is going to bring the fight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the anniversary event for Eon Network. So just imagine when this is going to be taking place. It could be happening next week. We aren't sure just yet. What we do know, however, is that it will indeed be set. It is, again, the #1 contendership to crown the champion. It's either going to be Arsenic or Kai2 Crazy continuing his championship reign. And I guess I'm here alone on commentary. I think our former broadcast colleague, Humbler97, just left the broadcast.
No, I'm here.
Oh, so I was just doing my job alone. I get it.
Yeah, that's fine. Go for it.
Oh, wait a minute. Can I have your attention, please? I received a message from the anonymous executive. And I quote, "Congratulations, #1 contender Arsenic. You have won tonight. And I have officially decided when this match is going to take place. Officially, Kai2 Crazy will be defending his Rocket League championship next week on the eve of the Eon Network anniversary event." Wow. So it has been confirmed from the anonymous executive, everyone, that it is going to be happening next Friday again on the eve of the Eon Network anniversary, which is going to be happening live on the 19th of July. We're actually celebrating Eoniversary, which is, again, Eon Network's anniversary event. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We now know the true official championship match. It is going to be Kai2 Crazy, the champion, defending his defending his championship against the #1 contender, Arsenic. Again, Kai2 Crazy going to be defending his #1 contendership against the champion Arsenic here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us after this spectacular evening in this matchup.